Alright, so this is a blog addressed to all those guys out there. Those guys. Who probably won't watch this anyway because, hey, they all know better. But seriously, guys, it's time to step up. Okay? Women don't do things, well, smart women, ones that aren't manipulative and trying to just get your money or whatever you fucking think. They don't do things for no reason. Generally, it's because you're being a dick and they've reached their limits of tolerance. Now, you know, you can do things in the name of love, and you can use the word love and whatever else is your own manipulative tool. But actions always speak louder than words. Love is not something that's used to manipulate people. Okay? Love is when you know a person and you understand them and you are willing to let them do what they need to do to be the person that they need to be, and you just love them. Simple. It's hard, but in saying that, in that love, there's times where those people are going to have to do what they need to do in order to continue to be able to love themselves. Because when it gets to a point where there's imbalance in a relationship and one person is doing things out of fear instead of love, then as much as the other person in the relationship can try and help and does understand, they can't allow themselves to be drained, because then it's not an equal. If there's an imbalance, there needs to be as much give and take and growth between the two parties. Otherwise it's not going to work. And then generally what will happen, it'll be one person, and I'm not going to say women because I know that it happens both ways, but I'm saying that men have to step up because this is my situation. There's a lot of women that need to step up too, but in the sense that there's what was I saying? In order to understand ourselves, we need to look at our partner and go, what is it that we're frustrated with or angry with, and why am I feeling this way? Maybe it's because of the choices the other person has made that you don't sit with, okay? Or doesn't sit with you, or isn't going according to your plans in life. Whereas relationships involve two people and compromise and, partnership. So it can be really hard when one person isn't able to support the other person's path, or and so because of that they get upset and frustrated and angry because they're not in a place to grow, or they don't feel that they can, and that can be really hard. It can be hard for the person who is needing to move and change and grow, because they don't want to leave that other person behind, because they love them but they can't lose themselves. And that's, I guess, why a lot of people split. It's not because they don't love each other. It's because they don't know how to grow together or with each other. And so, guys, I guess this is why I'm addressing guys. Okay, or people, both guys and girls. But yeah, guys, look, respect your women's intelligence. You understand where they're coming from. They don't say things for no reason, and they don't say things because they're trying to manipulate the situation. Or maybe they don't want to manipulate the situation. I mean, we all know how we can, well, those of us who do. But there comes a point where, we don't need to be responsible for your feelings, emotions. We're just trying to be responsible for ours. And, and being mean and nasty and coming, we get that. We get where your anger comes from. Okay? But we're not going to tolerate that you're going to take that out on us. So please, partners, men, I'll say men, but partners, take a look at where your other half is coming from. Like, seriously, stop. And let go of your expectation of how you think you want them to act or react to your situation. Because remember, they're dealing with their own stuff as well. And especially, I talk from my mother's point of view, is that yes, we see all those things that you see, and yes, we deal with them in a different way, but it doesn't mean that we're not dealing with them from love. Our understandings and feelings of love are often coming from a different point of view, and often we will sacrifice our own emotions and our own needs to feel warm and fuzzy about the situation in order to allow what needs to happen. Okay? And sometimes that's coming from a deeper place of love, not just a warm, fuzzy, momentary place of love. So, yeah, that's my wisdom for this moment from today. Obviously, there's a lot's happened since this morning. But yeah, thanks for watching, and keep being the best version of yourself that you can be.